Hello, hello, it's me. I'm here. I'm back. Again with Pesterquest. Yes. Checking out Karkat and Kanaya's little roots. I feel like I want to say like roots when I say it, but I've like trained myself not to pronounce it that way. So every time I like think about saying it, I don't say it right and I pause for a second. Uh, hmm. See how loud this is. I was messing around with my computer trying to play Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies, and I didn't realize that game is a mess to try to run on a computer for just to start. I was going insane trying to get it going. I eventually had to turn off like everything I had running on my computer that did things, turn off Windows audio just to play Call of Duty Zombies. Why? Why did a AAA studio make such a game? It hurt. It hurt me. That's all I wanted to mention on that. Oh my god, Pesterquest. I should do this again. Maybe I should like just set this up so it's just like this normally. Let me just like do that. Whoa. Whoa. Is that the right thing? That's not the right thing. Oh my god. Oh. Did I do it? I did not do it. I don't know why I make myself struggle so often. I think that's it. I think I did it. Is that right? Or can you see beneath it, through it? Oh, you can kind of see under it actually. Oh. There we go. Now I'm set. Wow, I feel like extra tiny. Oh. Okay. We did these ones and no special characters. No doubles. So, we could like meet both Vrskas? Probably not, but okay. That'll be for a later time. I'm here to people like us. Oh, so we're gonna bleed with them. We're gonna have like the we're gonna pull a jack move? Or is Karkat gonna attack us? Oh. That might be a little loud. I guess I'm just quiet. I should turn myself up. There. I'm turned up. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Okay. I should really. Yeah. Okay. Huh. That feels too much. Confident that your new friends are safely sleeping off a rowdy night full of snacks, video games, and taxidermy, you turn your thoughts to dreams. Jade's dreams. That fascinating, shining place that feels familiar the way, well, the dream. Oh wait, the way a dream does. What? I skipped like 3 words there. in my mind. Prospect feels like the place you should be right now. You've got a brand new Zap sense, and it hasn't failed you so far. It's allowed you to befriend several emotionally volatile teens in precarious home situations. These powers won't let you down. So you zap to the dream world. Turns out you can fly here. Rad. You drift around for a little bit, admiring the glittering towers, waving lazily to all the various dream NPCs, until you come upon a dome with an open window. Inside, a troll boy with nubby horns and a silly outfit lies curled up in his dream bed, sleeping soundly. Ah, he looks so peaceful. You imagine this is a very peaceful troll boy. Perhaps it should strike you as strange that you immediately know what this alien's race is, but nah, you don't have time for that. Abruptly, the boy vanishes. Oh shit. Oh, we don't get to see the parts of his friends making friends. You follow him without hesitation. Zap. Luckily, your powers seem to oriented to specific people rather than places. You figure it's because this is a character-driven narrative. Okay. Pretty basic-looking hive. So you find yourself in a dim respite block. There's a bookshelf and a desk and clothes hung up on pegs on the wall. But instead of a bed, there's a small tub of green goo. Wonder how it tastes. Oh. What the fuck? A gravelly voice tinged with mania crashes over you in a furious wave. You reel back from the onslaught. Every evening I wake up to another glorious night of the universe applying its globes directly to my face in the most hilarious and juvenile way possible. I'm used to this, okay? I'm not saying this is anything new. But this is just next fucking level. Your eyes finally adjust enough to see the same troll boy from the dream world. He appears to have fallen asleep at his husk top. Some crumbs are sticking to his face where it has been pressed to his desk. He's got a zodiac symbol on his shirt, which one is a sideways 69. Nice. And man, he is angry, way angrier than a normal person. I stay in this crumbling excuse of a hive, rig this place with early warning systems, and what's my reward? A deformed blue blood teleporting into my respite block like a fucking... You zap out of there because, damn, you don't know what kind of early warning system he has, but whatever predators it's meant to keep away, all he'd have to do is shout at them. You appear on a nearby hill about 100 yards away from the hive. From the outside, it's large and leaning with square windows and an unnecessary number of balconies. Although, who are you to say what's necessary? Maybe this dude really likes balconies. He could probably use the fresh air. A couple of similarly large and lopsided hives scatter the skyline. Hives. You aren't sure how you know they're called that, but it feels right. Maybe because of the organic, insectile architecture. Like they were grown instead of built. You clearly aren't on Earth anymore. The sky is black and the bushes are purple. And there are 2 moons. Neither of them is your gold moon, though. You think maybe you should be freaked out by this strange alien land. But nah, you're a seasoned friend-venturer by now. Besides, you like it here. It's comfortable. This is a pretty good hill. You sit for a while, thinking about this hill and this universe and your place in it. Oh, your place is it. Until the sun starts to crest over the distant horizon. Hey, idiot. Hey, idiot. The troll boy's leaning out of his front door. You're sitting on the ground waiting for sunrise, so you're either a jade blood or a moron. And I know the only jade blood who lives outside the caverns, and she's a lot better looking than you. So what the hell? Who are you? You're not a troll. There's a substantial gap of grassy hill between the two of you, but you can hear him just fine. He has a talent for projection. You stand up and brush the dirt off your ass. He seems a bit less angry now. Oh. We take our sweet time. The man Karkat can wait. You walk leisurely down the hill. The heat from the rising sun washes over your back, and you speed up. That sun is bad news. You just know it. You start down the hill. Light bleeds further across the horizon, and your pace gets a little less leisurely. The troll boy crosses his arms. His shoulders are rounded in a slouch, like he spends a lot of time making himself smaller. His black painted claws are bitten down. You wave a little awkward hello. He rolls his eyes and grabs you by the arm, grip surprisingly strong. He tugs you underneath the shadowed overhang of a balcony. Okay, asshole. What were you doing watching me in my dream like some hornless cast posing pervert? I can't even retreat into unconsciousness anymore. Is that it? I won't even slide into the nascent relief of death without an alien stalking me. Did one of my friends put you up to this? Was it Solix? Everybody's favorite pastime. Make Karkat's life even more of a constant effervescent shit show. You tell him, Karkat, that it's not like that. You don't know anybody named Solix, and you didn't mean to be creepy. You just found him, like how he looked, and decided to follow him home. Karkat's thick eyebrows creep upwards. Okay. You know how that sounds, but you really didn't do it to be weird. You did it for friendship. You crave it, like a mineral. Was the goat meme popular during this time? Wow, very normal, Mr. Magic. Oh, but you are magic. Okay, maybe not you specifically. You don't want to brag, but you can do some pretty magic stuff. Karkat looks incredibly dubious. Even more so than Rose had, who you might have described as politely incredulous. You consider explaining to him all that wild stuff that Jade told you about, games and destiny and such things. But you really can't imagine what any of that has to do with this grumpy alien boy. What are the chances? You tell him you can prove it. You can bring him to visit one of his friends. You are so awesome at bringing friends together. You could visit Solix, was it? Karkat makes a noise like a tea kettle being punched. Hell no. That Nook biter would self-immolate if I interrupted his coding. You wonder if that's a euphemism. Maybe Karkat just likes scare quotes. I don't have this energy to grub sit his freaky deformed bulges today. Okay. Then where does he want to go? Does he have any more friends? I wouldn't call him a friend exactly. More like an endless burden I've been cursed with by the slithering eldritch gods of the outer reaches. If I didn't occasionally check up on him, he'd space out so far he'd hit a hard vacuum. How do we do this? You're actually not quite sure. You don't want to backpedal and suggest to this cool, angry troll boy that you don't know what you're doing. Do I just... His hand kind of hovers near yours. Hold on. You could hold hands, but you don't want to be too forward. You could also just hold him under the armpits. You think holding me under the armpits is less weird than holding Franz Stumps? Yeah, sort of. Karkat puts an awkward hand on your elbow, then he frowns and pushes up your sleeve. laying 3 fingers against your bare arm. You good, dude? Yeah, sorry. You're just kind of warm. Thank you. You tell Karkat that he is very warm too. Let's just get this over with. Try to aim for just outside his hive. His luscious isn't around and he's usually too stoned to even notice if the roof came down. But I don't want to startle him. Cool. Here goes. Boom. You zap somewhere pitch black and immediately blunder right into Karkat. Oh my god. Could you keep it together for a single fucking glance, Nugget? You aren't in Karkat's hive anymore. You appear to be in the void. Cool. The what? Let go of me. You tell Karkat that You tell Karkat that he is actually the one still holding on to you. He makes an angry noise through his nostrils and releases you from his clammy grasp. He moves away from you and collides with what sounds like about 17 mops all banging into each other and clattering to the ground. God fucking. Something smashes. Slurry guzzling. A shower of little noises like marbles over hard wood. What even is that? Do I translate this? Oh, no. Okay. Clean. Okay. A light finally pops on above you. You appear to be in an alien broom closet with, like, alien cleaning supplies, you guess. One of the bottles just has Clen written on it in permanent marker. You ask Karkat if he meant to transport the two of you into a closet. A bucket rattles as he kicks it. He yelps and jumps backward onto your foot. What the fuck, Makara? You bottom-feeding asshole. Your personal habits are almost as disgusting as your pan-rotting purple words. Why is your paling equipment mixed in with your scrub bowls? Did you figure nobody would notice? Surprise, nook sucker. I noticed. What in the hell? Karkat breaks off, and after a moment you realize why. Heavy footsteps shuffle closer. Someone has heard the absolute rumpus tantrum that Karkat's kicking up. Okay. Hold up, my brother. Interesting. Well, I'm hearing something in the scrub beer. Some squeak beast once all got itself trapped. The door opens a crack. Karkat grabs your arm again. Oh fuck. A shadow looms on the wall. Wild hair and tall horns. Oh fuck me. Karkat squeezes your arm so hard it hurts. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. The door opens a little wider, and you feel wetness on your arm where Karkat's claws have drawn blood. The door creaks, and you panic. You both crash down to the floor together in Karkat's wristband block. Karkat's little horns jab you in the side. More new alternative. Thanks for retcons. What the fuck was that for? Why did you do that? Because Karkat was freaking the fuck out and you were worried the two of you were in danger. And there was some menacing asshole saying creepy stuff outside the closet door. That is a complete mischaracterization of that scenario, and I'm totally disgusted you even bring it up. It's not a mischaracterization. He was totally losing it. Look, he was clinging on to you so hard, he even drew blood. Oh. You show him your clawed up arm. Karkat's reaction is immediate and overblown, which you are beginning to gather isn't out of character for him. He starts vigorously examining himself. He appears to be checking for injuries. No, you insist. He's not the one bleeding. You are. He's so covered up in jeans and sweater that you have no idea how he'd even get cut in the first place. Wait, this is your blood? Yeah, what's the big deal? Besides the fact that he totally just scratched the shit out of you. You're willing to let it slide though, for friendship reasons. You figure this might just be the way he greets people? It's honestly kind of fucked up. Maybe you should just leave? Wait, what? Now you're just going to zap the fuck out of here like nothing happened. You can't go out here. It isn't safe, not for people like... Karkat pulls himself warily to his feet. He's still looking at you like you're a bomb that might go off if he steps wrong. Slowly, he extends his own palm and drags a claw across it. Crimson blood beads up and drips to the floor. It isn't safe for people like us. Clearly something is happening here, and it's probably a really deep and affecting moment, but you're just not sure what you're supposed to do. You bleed, he bleeds. Both of you bleed. Sweet, blood friends. You can fuck with that. How did you get a Cerulean's hoodie? Did you bag yourself a high blood Moirail? Now that you have established that the two of you do indeed have blood, Karkat appears to have warmed up to you a lot. He even offers you something called grub juice, which you're pretty sure is just Coke, except not as sweet. It's almost a little salty. You take tiny polite sips and then pour it into a dead plant as soon as Karkat turns his back. You tell him that you aren't actually sure where you got this sweater. You were just wearing it when you woke up? You don't even remember where that was. You just know you were standing in front of John's house and you were wearing this hoodie and you knew it was important, but not why it's important. Possibly because it keeps you from being naked. You didn't realize it belonged to a Cerulean, whatever that is. Karkat is looking at you like you aren't making much sense, which is fair, because you really aren't making much sense. So you're a mutant blood alien with amnesia that can also teleport. Yep. Oh, and you can time travel too. Don't push it. Karkat sits down at his desk and hits the spacebar on his keyboard. We could probably figure out whose cast sign that is. Well, not us specifically unless you've got some incredibly unlikely and well-honed Husktop skills. You've got no Husktop skills, honed or otherwise. Yeah, I'm not fucking surprised. Here, just give me a second, don't break any of my shit. You take a glance around the room, keeping your arms behind your back so as to make absolutely sure you don't break any of his shit. His room is surprisingly tidy for someone as scattered as Karkat. Mostly just weapons and movie posters. It all has the air of someone who doesn't plan to live in a place for very long. It feels temporary. Karkat is typing furiously with his mouth pulled into a little frown. That's his default, it appears. Every so often, though, he'll throw glances at the cuts on your arm. He really is hung up on your blood. Good news, Captor. Tonight is your lucky night. Finally, you get a chance to put your money where your dribbling snaggletooth flap is. I need you to do something for me. Okay. If this is more whining about the team leaders, I don't want to hear it. You just don't have the qualities necessary for this sort of scenario. And if you're just here to start some sort of flat fight for wrigglers, then you should probably go fuck yourself, because I've got actual work I need to do tonight. Ha 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 ha. Oh my god, who gives a fuck about the game already dug out of a hole in the ground? And what actual work? Like I even believe that for a second. You mean the actual work of touching yourself while sobbing into your raccoon? Yes, hilarious. But can we skip the foreplay for just one time in our lives? All that's going to happen is you saying something you regret and then cry typing over whether or not we're still friends. Okay, first of all, fuck you. I don't have time for any of your pathetic burns dunking me into a carton of weak sauce. There's actual real serious shit going down. Well, now that we've wasted like 2 minutes telling each other how busy we are, what the fuck do you want? I need you to check something in the Imperial database for me. Cast records. And I want you to do it without asking me why I need it. Deal? Wait, what the fuck, KK? Absolutely no deal. You didn't even try to make a deal. You just told me to do something incredibly illegal and dangerous. Why do you need a cast record? You think ancestors are bullshit? Ancestors are bullshit. Fake night dream nonsense for kids who hate themselves and want to experience a connection to something better than they are. Face the facts, boldweeds. There is no way any of us are descended from anybody that matters. Then why the hell do you want me to risk getting called for the records if it's a bunch of bullshit that doesn't matter? It might have a death wish. I might have a death wish, but I'm not suicidal. So either tell me. What? Is that a thing in like Homes? So is that a typo or has he never had like wait wait, okay, so I need to get out of there, go to settings, there we go. That never works. Sorry, I'm thrown off because it's like just like the SO, but I'm wondering if that's just a typo or if his quirk is actually involves the first letter can't be it. Like the 5. Throwing me off a little bit. We can just hit, I guess I just hit a start. No, I don't. Sorry, I scroll to the bottom, hit Homestuck POV map. Then I go to Solix. And then, no, it is just a typo fully. Okay then. Or it's not Solix. One of the two. So either tell me what the crawled up your nook and laid eggs in there, or let me get back to work. Okay, fine. I'm only telling you this because we're friends and I trust you. There's this person in my hive. Person? Yeah, they aren't a troll, but they aren't a drone either. I figured they're an alien, but they've got a Krulian sign and we're trying to figure out where it came from. Wait, they aren't a troll, but they're a Krulian? Sorry, KK, I'm trying to wrap my pen around this, but I'm pretty sure you're fucking with me. Oh my god, could you just run this? Give me a second. Okay, nobody's had this sign. Okay, must just be like certain words. Is it every other one that doesn't have it then? Is that it? I don't know his quirk, I guess. In a while, ask a new alien friend if they know the name Adlov. Hey, do you know? Oh, what the fuck? You stepped back from where you've been reading over Karkat's shoulder. You couldn't resist. He was just getting so heated and mad, banging on the keyboard and making weird little growly noises. You think you can just... Karkat goes absolutely silent. He's rigid. If he'd been a cat, his hair would be standing straight up. You ask him what's wrong, and he shushes you so loudly you almost fall over from shock. You strain, and in the distance, you think you hear a strange, staticky whirring. Suddenly, Karkat explodes into motion, grabbing your arm and pulling you out of his respite block and the stairs. In the living room, he tugs a thick black blanket from off the back of the couch and pulls up the rug in the center of the room. Beneath it is a trap door. What the hell is... Be quiet. His movements are quick and panicky, but also methodical. His jaw is set and his eyes are hard as he unbolts at the trapdoor, gives it a hard yank to loosen it and props it open. Beneath it is a rectangle pit in the foundation of the house, the size and shape of a shallow grave. This isn't the first time he's done this. You doubt it is even the 10th. So far, Karkat has struck you as a little bit ridiculous, but now there's something fierce burning in him, something angry and distilled. The sound comes again, closer this time, and you see a hulking shadow out the window, huge and menacing, and armored. Karkat yanks you down into the pit with him and wraps the two of you in the blanket. Then he closes the trapdoor and you are plunged into a darkness so absolute, it's like you've stopped existing. What the hell is going on? That's a weird... A drone. Karkat's face is squished against your shoulder. The fear in his voice shudders you to your bones. It's just a routine check. We should be fine down here. My luscious dug this. It hides the temperature. The temperature? Of me. Of us. Of our mutation. You don't understand, but that doesn't stop you from being afraid. Impossibly heavy footsteps land on the floor above you. Karkat trembles. God, you have to do something. We flee. So you're a pretty tolerant kind of dude. You're generally down for whatever. But lying in a shallow grave while a troll boy digs his nubby little horns into your ribs and a mechanical monster stomps around upstairs, that's kind of a lot, even for you. So you do really the only thing a responsible friend can. You get your friend the fuck out of Dodge. Oh, this is interesting.
It was really cool of Jane to have us all over. It felt like my birthday present, kind of. Especially since all my other presents got lost in the mail. Actually, the only one that didn't get lost was my little monsters poster my dad got me. He gave it to me a week early, almost like he knew that something weird was going to happen to the rest of my gifts.
Dang, okay. The weather outside is how's that like one thing I seen go? The weather outside is dreadful. Something.
I swear, could this day possibly get any
stupider? You're a meshy.
You're conscious. I'm not used to that.
That was a cheap shot last time, and that's only doing it for a little bit.
Okay? Hey, Pop!
You're a meshy. Good enough. Sure, yeah, I'm happy for you, dude. Cool that your dad got your unbelievably crappy shit to you before it got thrown in the literal garbage where frankly it belongs. But why are you wasting any part of our valuable word count babbling about your fucking little monsters poster? Who actually cares?
I don't know. I just figured some people might want to know about it.
Whack. Oh hey. Dave and John are propped up on the futon, gaming the way only bros can, i.e., with several bags of chips and mostly empty 2-liter bottles of Mountain Dew on the couch between them. Yeah, dog saving room for Jesus and snacks.
Oh hey, Mr. Mailman.
You wave hello and try to catch your breath. You're a little unbalanced from the brutal shift between being buried alive to the chill Texas day with just a couple of guys being dudes. Wait, how did they even get back from Jade's? Oh right, yeah, turns out you're a meshy. Oh right, yeah, turns out her dog can teleport. Wild right, who knew?
I don't think Beck can time travel though. So don't worry, you aren't going to be out of a job or anything. And I'm probably going to ask you to zap me back to my place where my dad realizes I've been gone this long. I don't think he'd call the cops on you, but I just want to be on the safe side.
BTW, who the fuck is that? That's your husband, Dave. And is he like, okay. Oh yeah, Karkat. He's currently curled up on the ground with a blanket still wrapped around him. He's breathing very heavily and sort of clutching at the carpet. You lean down to make sure he's cool, while telling Dave and John that he's an alien from another planet. You figured you'd bring him here, since shit got a little too hot back in alien land. Oh, dope I guess. Hey dude.
Wait, he's an alien? Like, a real alien?
Yeah, John, Jesus Christ, look, he's got little horns.
Yeah, I can see that. But, come on, aliens?
Oh, so this is where you draw the line. Our friend living alone on an island with nothing but her magical dog and taxidermied grandpa who she stuffed herself isn't where you draw it. A teleporting fake mailman in a hoodie who just wants to be bros isn't where you draw it.
I guess you have a point. All of that stuff just feels so normal now.
So I guess in theory you could bring us to visit this alien planet. Maybe. You're a meshy. Not that anything I'd actually want to do. The place is probably stink AF. You'd never catch me in space. 5 BTW. Space ain't the place. Oh damn, write that down. You love a good Strider freestyle any day of the week, but this isn't Dave's route. So you return your focus back to... Oh, holy fuck, where did he go? Oh yeah, the little dude just scurried out the door. Probably should have mentioned that. God damn it, you brought Karkat to Earth and you've already lost him. Some friend you are. You zap down to the ground floor of the apartment building, nothing. You zap to the stairwell and look up, nothing. No little alien boy with a blanket, shit damn it. Is he gonna, like, fall down? Remembering the time you met Dave, you zap to the roof. You find Karkat standing silhouetted against the turgid sky, Texas sky. Shimmers of heat haze making him look strangely artificial. He's shading his eyes and staring up at the sun. Hey dude, don't do that. You're going to hurt yourself. Oh, wow. Thanks you so much for the advice. I'm way too stupid to know not to look directly into a burning ball of fire. The pain is intense and searing, but I'm just a dumb fucking animal. By the way, this sun is pathetic. Well, this is another planet and another sun. Yes, thank you. He drops his hand and turns back to you. There are still cobwebs in his hair from the crawl space. Is this where you're from? You think so? Maybe. You don't remember very much about yourself, but you seem to know much more about Earth than you do about Alternia. You don't remember very much about that place at all. Oh, except that it's called Alternia, apparently. This all feels, I don't know, wrong. or just really fucking weird. You zapped in and dragged me out of my hive to an alien planet where the sun isn't hot enough to burn. Well, it is definitely hot enough to burn, it just takes a little longer. Shut up, I wasn't finished. Before he showed up, Solix was telling me about this game that was one of his friends found. We were all supposed to play together and, I don't know, some stuff would have happened. I don't know why it feels like that matters. I just feel it's hard to describe. Flattened out. You're a meshy, yeah, I feel you. You and Karkat both jump. Dave has ninja'd up those stairs and leaned casually against the brick wall. Shit, how long has he been standing there? And where's John? Oh, he just disappeared. Wait, what? Damn, we doomed him. You're a meshy, yeah. It was weird. This swirling void wormhole just opened up in the TV and sucked him right in. What? Lol, I'm fucking with you. Oh, John's in the bathroom. Shit, he got me. Bro, I had you for a second, didn't I? Absolutely sounds like something that could happen these past couple days. Oh yeah, hilarious. He sure got you. Also, you're pretty sure the scene moved up here so you could talk to Karkat without Dave coming in and making all of this about him again. Dave adjusts his shades. Didn't adjust nothing. Man, that is just an extremely weird thing to say. But yeah, horny dude. I mean, guy with horns. Are you talking to me? We were all supposed to play a game too. Together as a group or some shit. Right. Jade told you about a game. A game that was supposed to change everything. It's that sort of shit that makes me get this feeling you know more about what's going on than you're telling us. You don't. You swear you don't. You have no idea why any of this is happening, or maybe not happening. There's just some stuff you seem to know, but not until you absolutely have to. You're just sure that it's very important that you brought Karkat here. Why? How the fuck do I have anything to do with these hornless freaks? Standing right here, it's right here, bro. My god. But yeah, that's a pretty good point now that I think about it. You said it's important for you to bring him here, like here specifically. To my apartment. Yeah. Why? You aren't sure. You just have this intense feeling that it's imperative that the two of them are friends. Alright. Weird, but alright. Great dude. You ever play any Tony Hawk? Victory. Oh shit. We set him up. We set him up for greatness. Oh wow, it's a perfect route. Okay. We did it. Now let's go die, I guess. Zap right over there. No point in wasting daylight or moonlight, whatever. So you just zap on over there. Holy fuck. Oh. A flash. Okay, he does stab us. A flash of gray and a gleam of metal. Bright, shocking pain opens up in the middle of you. The boy stares, eyes round, yellow, and shocked. Did we just die here? Your laugh comes out wet. Why are you laughing? You don't know what else to do. You press a hand to the wound in your stomach, trying to hold the blood in with sheer willpower. You tell him you were just trying to save a little time. What? The boy stares down at the weapon in his hand. A viciously hooked blade that he'd pulled seemingly out of nowhere. A scythe? No, a sickle. Is this kid a communist? Did communists actually use sickles, or were they just sickle themed? There's so many communist facts that you don't know. The boy continues to stare at his sickle. Then he stares at your fingers. He looks back and forth. His sickle, your fingers, his sickle, your fingers. Or more accurately, the blood on his sickle and your fingers. He's gaping at the crimson splashes like he's never seen blood before. His mouth moves, but no sounds come out. He hunches over himself like he is the one who has been gutted. You aren't sure what he does after that. Because suddenly you're on your back and all you can see is the sky. Game over. Oh fuck, dude. Kind of mixed up blood, but oh well. Damn, he's fucking freaking the fuck out. Okay, let's die one more time. Wait it out. We'll be fine. Karkat mutters it to himself again and again. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. This always works. There's no reason to. A rusty, grating screech as the trapdoor's wrenched off its hinges. Light pours in. Two giant metal hands reach into the hole and pluck the both of you out. Karkat wriggles and bites like a cat trying to get free. You don't have any chance. You don't have the chance. The drone tosses you bodily out of the way. Your head hits the wall, and everything goes a little strange and streaky after that. When you come back to yourself, you're outside in the blazing morning heat with Karkat crouched over you. Did the two of you escape? Yeah. His voice is hollow. There is crimson blood smeared on his sweater and up to his chin, and you realize it must have come from the reopened cuts on your arms. Karkat must have carried you out of the hive. The hive. Behind you, Karkat's house is in flames. The heat of the fire combines with the heat of the sun until it feels like the two of you are standing on the edge of hell. Oh my god. Did the drones do that? No. My Lucius did. I told you, I have early warning systems. He gave me a chance to get out before triggering it. Is he okay? Karkat gives you a look of utter disgust. He gestures towards the burning hive. I very much fucking doubt it. Okay. But the drone is dead, right? So he's safe? Karkat releases a creaky, wheezing sound that it takes you a second to realize is a laugh. God, you really are an alien. Where are you even from? It sounds so relaxing. That isn't the only drone, you freak of nature. It's seen my sign. It's heard my voice. I'm on a record Oz. Call on sight. There's absolutely nowhere for me to go. Shit, okay. Well, what about his friends? You really don't think Karkat is in any sort of state to make decisions, so you make an executive one for both of you. Also, it's hot as shit out here, and your delicate skin is already starting to burn. What had his friend's name been? Solix? You take Karkat's hand, because the two of you are beyond holding each other under the armpits at this point. You appear... Oh, shit. You appear in a residential street in a city, and for a second you think you must have traveled in time as well, since it's night again suddenly, but then you look up and see a strange purple/blue glimmer in the sky. It's still day, but there's some sort of atmospheric shield between the killer sun and the city. You wonder why there isn't one over where Karkat lives. Maybe it's too far out in the sticks? Karkat yanks his hand out of yours. He is still holding the blanket he'd wrapped the two of you in, staring around in nervous little ticks. He looks even more scared than he had in his bedroom. Clearly, he doesn't get out much. Fuck! A low chime rings out through the empty street. Karkat pulls his palm husk out of his pocket and looks at it, like he can't remember what it is. Like everything normal has been wiped away and all that remains is the frozen horror in his eyes. KK, what the fuck? I just saw your name come up on the feed. What did you do, you fucking idiot? You're going to be a executioner. You can't just start showing up on call with. I didn't do anything. Solix, there's some stuff about me you don't know. KK, what the hell? Okay, well, first of all, I'm right outside your hive stem. Did he live in a city? What? What are you talking about? Is this the mutant stuff who gives a shit about that? TZ knows too. She says she can taste our blood color through the screens, which is all kinds of freaky. How does that even work? The screens aren't scratch and sniff. How the fuck? It doesn't matter. Wow, I actually do not give a crap about any of Terezi's cackling bullshit right now. Everything is fucked forever. As if in agreement, a familiar crackling word starts up somewhere close by. You and Karkat look at each other in almost comedic distress. That's pretty good. I have to go. Just come up here, okay? We'll figure this shit out. No, absolutely fucking not, oh my god. You utter imbecile. You think your little pan sparks could do anything against a culling drone? I know you have a death wish, but I'm not going to assist you in a hysterical shit-fit suicide. You don't know anything about me or my death wish, KK. Come upstairs. No. Don't make me tell you how much I hate you. Karkat throws his palm husk at the pavement, shattering the screen. Tears drip off his jaw and blurry streaks of red. Get me out of here. And don't you dare ask me what's wrong. You don't. You get him out of here. Out of there. Oh. To all over. Oh, locale to locale. We're seeing all of the friend sim places. You take a Grand tour of Alternia, a place you shouldn't know the name of, but you do. And everywhere you go, you hear that telltale grating where Karkat was right. Wherever he goes, the drones follow. After a certain point, it just becomes routine. You teleport to a random location, and the two of you just sort of loaf around until you hear the sound in the distance. I miss this guy, like, oh fuck, what was his name? Ardata? No, Ardata was the cool girl. Who was like the Vegeta Man, who's the Yu-Gi-Oh villain? I can't remember the I don't know, Blue Eyes White Dragon guy. Where's Oh, we're back at his place. Okay. His styles really are just different in this game. By the time the sun starts to set, you are both exhausted and must have zapped all over the planet. You find yourself back on the grassy fields, most likely somewhere near Karkat's demolished hives. Smoke hangs fetid in the evening air. Karkat's eyes are dull, his hair a tangled mass of curls so thick they look like twisted wire. I figure out why the fucking thing didn't work. What thing? He shakes the blanket, which he's been holding on all day, the last remnant of what is most likely, by now, just a smoking wreck. With 2 mutants in there, we were too warm. Years of perfecting my hiding like an oink beast from the slaughter technique, and it's all decimated by some clueless asshole in a hoodie. Just Karkat out here having a normal one. Getting fucked up the waist shoot by the inexorable march of faith in the universe. I meet someone with the same disgusting deformity as me, and they immediately ruin my life. This is why I don't let people into my hive. Karkat, there's so much hatred wrapped in his voice and his words, and you don't think it's hatred for you. You ask him what you can do. You want to fix this. I think you've done enough. Karkat bundles himself up in the blanket. Even though it isn't cold, he turns away. He's on his pilgrimage now, I guess. Damn. He's gonna become the sufferer. Game over. Okay. So are we gonna bring Kanaya to Rose then? Is that what's gonna happen to Kanaya's one? Or is it just gonna end differently? Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Well, that was about an hour. Let's see, Kanaya's. You are learning more about yourself every day. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit actually for myself. You I cough. You are learning more about yourself every day. For example, while you already knew that friendship was everything, you are now realizing that staying with your friends is not a priority. At least that must be right, because you keep leaving friends and starting over again. Why are you doing this? Probably a deep held value of some kind. That makes sense. Anyway, you're ready to meet more friends, and the only place you've seen new people recently has been on Jade's dream planet. You zap on over there. This time, something is different. It seems to be a different part of day than before, and the overhead clouds that previously served as fluffy ambient backdrop are now alive with images. Meteors striking a dark world, a planet covered in sugar mountains dotted with goofy giant teapots, a young gray-skinned alien girl running around catching frogs. These must be the clouds Jade was referencing, the ones she'd said could never be wrong. Well, you can take guidance from them too. You've trusted more dubious things than clouds. You zone in on that frog girl with the short haircut and the red skirt. Time for the zappy thing. It's always night on Troll Planet, at least when folks are out and about, but it's not usually this dark. You confidently head out to start exploring your surrounding and immediately run into a wall face first. Okay. You're getting your bearings now. You've ended up in some kind of closet. You refrain from making a hackneyed joke about it. Oh my god, I can't read today. How do I say this word, Google? Hackneyed. It is just hackneyed. Okay. Hackneyed joke about it. They probably don't even have that cultural metaphor here. And the noise you made elicited an answering yelp of surprise in the room outside. You hear footsteps approaching you, and then someone yanks the door open. It's the gal who's too good for Rose Miriam Lalonde. There she is. Whoa. There's the Vriska fairy outfit. Oh my god. I wonder if she's gonna talk on her laptop or Hustot. I wonder if it's gonna be like because it can only be like Airden or Vriska basically, right? Which one are we gonna talk to? Probably Airden. I think they talk to the most, right? Yeah. Okay. I wonder. I should have messaged my lad earlier. He's just not as available on this day. I wasn't thinking. Oh well. Hello. 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 What the fuck? Opening the door has allowed a beam of bright sunlight to fall across your face. You feel instinctively that the light is something to avoid. You hold your hands up to shield your face, then remember that your hands are also made of skin and whimper. The heat is doing its best to fry you, like a vampire in a movie. You are sure that idle thought will not end up having any relevance to this troll girl story whatsoever. What are you? Did you just wander in here or like... What? Something like that, you tell her, cringing away from the lights. You get the feeling this girl is not gonna fall for the old mailman gambit. Male troll? You tell her you know one of her other friends. Who? Wait. Is it Karkat? Yes. I knew it. He makes friends with all kinds. Well, I obviously can't kick you out right now. You don't seem to be able to handle the sun. So I guess you better stick around until at least nighttime. You could easily zap to nighttime, but this is giving you an in, so you instead agree. No problem. You can just hang out in this closet. It's fine. It's a lovely closet. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I know we just met, but you're being kind of weird. You hope. It's the kind of weird that eventually becomes charming. You don't say that, though. Just think it. You know the barrier between your words and thoughts is ambiguous at best, but for real. Anyway, you have no obligation to sulk around in my wardrobeifying assets chamber. I have a solution. Pulling the shades, maybe? No. How are we gonna make over again? Why would I deprive my plants of life, the life-giving sunlight, for a fragile-skinned creature I've never met before? It is another solution. A minute later. Oh, am I getting like the lotion or something? A minute later, you are dressed in a floor-length gown of emerald velvet with long sleeves, a high neckline, and a dramatic hood to pull over your head. The dress does nothing for the heat, but it effectively shields you from the sunlight. There you go. All swaddled up like a baby, you joke. The troll just gives you a level look. Clearly, you've stumbled on a cultural misalignment. But even though she's the one who hasn't even heard of a baby, she stares at you until you start to feel embarrassed for knowing things that she doesn't know. She is very good at staring contests. What an amazing potential friend. Now out of the closet, you know now that joke won't land either. You look around the room. It is indeed covered with plants, as well as colorful bolts of fabric and half-finished sewing projects. Unlike Rose's knitting disarray, it does not give the impression of someone who has difficulty finishing things. This troll's room gives the impression of someone who enjoys, even excels at having multiple irons in hot places. Or at least she thinks she does. She seems to have just been on her computer. Thing when you zapped in, because her chat client is flashing insistently. You try to peer at the open window, but she hits a button and makes the projection disappear. A delicate green flush rises from her cheeks. Oh. No need to look at that. Guiltily, you remember spying on Rose. When she called you out, you thought for a second that your chances of being her friend had run out. Like if there was a universe where you became her friend, and one where you didn't. You'd stumbled clumsily into the wrong one. The bad one, if you will. But luckily everything turned out fine. Maybe you could get away with it again. Plus, this troll doesn't even know about your powers yet. Not like Rose did. She would have no reason to suspect you. We spy on trolls' communications. You excuse yourself to the... You don't know what they call it here. The necessaries? You wave your hand. Oh, we have a clear view though. Okay. It's chains in chainsaw mode, not lipstick mode. You wave your hand in a vaguely embarrassed way, and the troll gets it. Out of her sight. Out of her sight. You zap back to a few minutes ago. just outside the door to the room you're in now. You wait until you hear the thump of yourself arriving in the closet, and the troll abandoning her desk. Then you quickly zap into the room and read her current chat. It just cannot. Oh, it is a Vriska. It's the girl. It's the best one. Oh my god. Well, the best troll. I don't know if she's like the best one. Like the best character. No, but like the best troll. Well, yeah. Like I fix this. Like I feel like my eyes are too like closed than they should be. There we go. That's like a little better, I think. Yeah, it's a little better. Might be a little too much, but better. Oh, I can't move it now. No, I made a mistake. Oh, there it is. The program I use. It just can't escape my notice that the last 3 times you've contacted me, it was to ask if I finished your dress yet. Under these circumstances, I find it trying to believe that you want it for no particular reason. Oh. Whoa. That's like. Oh. It's kind of... Did Kanaya ever use Vriska's Vriska's typing quirk to flirt like this in Homestuck? I wish you would just tell me why it's so important. Of course you do. Fussy Fangs always has to have a reason for everything. Maybe I just want a present from my Moirail. Did you think of that? Or are you too busy fussing around in your fuss block? Maybe I'm being nice. Or did you not think I can be nice sometimes? I know you can be. When you want, sort of. Are we Moirails again now then? Yesterday, you said defining our relationship was something only lame dorks would do. Yeah, and my Moirail is a super lame dork. That's you, Fang Face. Fang Face. It's just that I can't help but to notice that I'm your Moirail again right now when you want something from me. You notice a lot, don't you? Always noticing something. Oh, I didn't mute. Oh, I'm sorry. I bet you would be shocked to know how much you don't see. You don't even know half of what I have going on. If you have ever pretended to know what is going on, if I have ever pretended to know what's going on with you, please allow me to apologize for such a gross misrepresentation of my reality. Whatever. Can you just tell me if you finished it yet? Hello, Kanaya. Damn, she's fucking feisty right now. Damn. Did you have like the intention to use it for something else? It's like a one-in-a-lifetime opportunity and she needs this now, but it's somehow gonna get fucked over and not gonna happen until way later. Ah. Damn. I missed Vriska. Even if it was like a little weird, kind of how they talked a little bit, kind of. The log ends there. Desperate log. She needs that. The log ends there. You zap back before past you was done changing into the dress and re-enter the room. The troll Kanaya is back at her lunchbox computer, typing furiously. You have to handle this situation delicately. She can't know you were spying on her. Since you've already said that you know Karkat, you hedge your bets on all of them sharing the same friend group. You ask her carefully if she happens to know your other friend as well. Arachnid Grip? Oh, she wants that Tavros ship to sail. I did too at one point in time. Oh, damn, she's like down bad. The little green flush darkens Kanaya's cheeks again. She bites her lip, showing one kinda adorable fang. Okay. I get that the art can't match the text, but damn. Yes, I know her. Why? You are sure that helping Kanaya figure out her situation with this girl is the key to earning her friendship. A big, juicy interpersonal conflict to solve has been dangled in front of you, and nothing makes friends more reliably. But then again, you don't really know anything about this other troll. You don't even know her name, just her handle. Can you really be of use to Kanaya, especially when your knowledge of the girl is based on a foundation of lies? Is this the right way to go? This is absolutely the right way to go. Vriska is like an idiot. Kanaya is probably one of the smarter trolls, but she's an idiot when it comes to Vriska. So, no matter what, we win here. We help these two kindle something that's not like super wrong, and it's totally gonna be just amazing for both of them. They're gonna live happy lives. Yeah, because Kanaya is way too good for Rose Lalonde. Rose Lalonde, like, what's she even do for Kanaya? Come on. Offer help with AG. You gesture wildly. You and this girl, whose name you do totally know, go way back. In fact, if Kanaya wants some help figuring things out with her, you could definitely help. You're an observant person. This part is true. And you want to help her. This too. Kanaya thinks this over, looking skeptical. What could you do to help? She's just impossible. Everyone knows that already. I am not breaking new ground about Vriska here. Vriska, that must be her name. Despite Kanaya's outward frustration, you keep sensing some kind of guilty affection here. You don't know what a moirail is. How could you? You've never heard that word before, but it conjures a feeling inside you, a vague sense of warmth and comfort, and for some reason, a dark room and the smell of popcorn. Anyway, it's clearly some kind of intimate relationship, and Kanaya's feelings are all wrapped up in it. You know what to do in that kind of situation. Was it Palipa we saw the movie with in Friend Sim? I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. She needs to tell Vriska how she feels. No, this is actually bad. This is a bad choice. Oh, fuck. You expect Kanaya to brush this off. She hasn't exactly been Miss Emotional Openness so far, and she looks like she's about to, but then she wavers. To your surprise, she lets out a heavy sigh, her shoulders slumping. What would be the point? She's not even into the relationship we have now. There's no way she'd want to take it a more crimson direction. Clearly, these feelings have worn her down so much. Her spiky defenses are weakened. You don't want to cheer on someone's vulnerabilities, but, well, it's hard to forge a friendship without them. You ask if she's sure about that. Well, no. I can't even tell if she's sincere. She makes serious things into jokes and jokes into big dramas. I thought she started calling me her Moira as a joke, but she told everyone else about it too. She didn't even ask me what I wanted. And now I don't know how to talk to her about it. Every conversation we have gets so antagonistic, but I'm not interested in that quadrant with her. Sometimes it feels like our relationship is just an aggregation of shallow and insincere hostilities, the best kind, despite the unfamiliar alien words. This teen romantic flailing is common among all species. You nod sympathetically, but you point out Kanaya isn't happy now, so what would she have to lose if she pressed the issue? Kanaya gives you that even scathing gaze again. And what is your personal interest in my quadrants? Karkat's friend. Whoops, you pushed it too far. All your recent successes have made you cocky. You revert to your barefaced honesty and tell her you want to get to know her better. I have plenty of friends already, and I don't even like some of them. But I will think your unsolicited and unwelcome advice. I'll think about your unsolicited and unwelcome advice. Advice from a stranger whose presence you are tolerating solely to not be responsible for the death of an innocent is well known to be the best kind of advice. Baba Black Sheep. I don't know why I said that. That's about the best you can ask for. You shut up and sit quietly while Kanaya goes back to her activities. Sewing and tending to her plants with a big chainsaw she seems to have pulled out of nowhere. Finally, she huffs a sigh and throws the chainsaw down on the floor. It disappears again, but a little gold tube rolls away from where it landed. Kanaya stalks back to her magic computer lunchbox. She is emanating such a determined air that you don't dare address her. Maybe she's forgotten about you. So, if so, it's to your advantage, because Kanaya's setup projects her windows in a very visible way, and she didn't tell you not to look this time. You know how you basically refuse to be straightforward with me. You know how you, and I use this metaphor with full consciousness of its nose nature. Always weave a web of intricate emotional misdirection, and basically act in the most infuriating way possible. What? Slow down! What are you talking about? Why did you start calling me your Moirail? Was it because you actually had those feelings for me? Or did it suit your purposes somehow? What if I start calling you my mate spritz? Would that make it a reality? Is that how it works? You just say things and assume they will happen like you said instead of talking about it with the other person involved. That time I meant you in an abstract and general sense not specifically you. Wait, are you saying you want to be mate spritz? You know I'm one of the few of us who still likes you. You know everyone wonders why I still talk to you at all, and sometimes I do too. After everything you've done, I think in this situation the evidence for strong concupiscent feelings on my part is compelling. I don't think our so-called moral allegiance is satisfying enough to account for my continued attachment to you. Any outside observer can perceive as much. Wow! I think there was a confusion somewhere buried under all the insulting language. You know what, meanie fangs? Let's do it. Let's be May Spritz. Do not mock me. I'm not. Jeez. Do you know how unfair you're being? Friska, be more straightforward. Friska, talk clearly about your feelings. Define our relationship. Then when I do it, this is what I get. Let's flip red. Why not? Oh my god. Wait, really? Yes. Okay, this is when we pack up, pack ship, pack it down, pack it up. We're good. We don't need any more. We're good. We won. We did it. And there we go. We won. No need to go past this point. We've saved everybody. Everything's good now in everything. Kanaya gets the happy ending. Vriska, I don't know if it counts as a happy ending for Vriska, but it's not a terrible ending for Vriska, right? She doesn't she probably loses some of those irons she had in the fire to the fire itself because of this, but we stop it here, don't continue. And it's a win for Kanaya, and that's what truly matters in this moment, because that's what we need. She deserves a real win. Rose Lalonde wasn't a win. It never is going to be a win in my mind. But who knows? Maybe Beyond Canon does make it a win somehow, or they make it somehow worse. You know what? That'd be something. If they made it like worse. Make Rosalind. It'd be kind of weird if like Dave was like the best in a relationship out of like all of them. Oh shit! Kanaya slams the lunchbox shut and turns to you. She's even more flustered than she was before, and you can't tell if she's freaked out or thrilled. Maybe even she doesn't know. Victory. We did it. Look at the joy we've brought to her. She was never allowed this in Homestuck, so this is great. Just don't. I'm scared of what's gonna happen. I don't know if it's gonna like end and be like, oh my god, we did it, or if it's like gonna be like, holy fuck, and then she just kills us or something. I can at least pretend that this is good for the moment being. I don't have to experience it either being good or a bad ending. I can stop for a moment and think about the good possibilities. Listen, I have to go somewhere. You can let yourself out, right? Do not steal anything from me. You open your mouth, about to suggest that you could teleport her where she needs to go, but she rushes past you, down the stairs, down. What if we just like fed her to like the fucking big ass spider mom? Damn, that'd suck. Damn. Then she's gone. Oh damn, that's worst case scenario. Dang, you've been getting really good mileage lately out of being the person to unite distant friends. Lousy goddamn stupid independent action. You get the feeling following her wouldn't go over well either. Kanaya probably needs some privacy right now. No. A lesser friendship aspirants might give up at this point, but your unique skills have honed in on one thing. This relationship is happening because of your advice. Are we gonna go into the future? Surely, once things settle down, Kanaya will remember this, turn to you, ready to embrace you, and rain down thanks and praise for your good works. Damn. Oh no. That's probably what's gonna happen. Why would anything else happen? I see it now. I see it now. You're not about to wait around for it here. You zap ahead a couple days. Okay. I have to, prepare. No Kanaya. Nothing in the room indicates that Kanaya has even been back here yet. Oh my god. Okay, so either it's going well, it's going awful, or it's going even worse than awful, and Kanaya was fed to the spider ma, and the mother grub, I guess, was fed to the Cthulhu thing. I forgot what it was called. I forgot what like Fairy's little thingamajig was called. The Luscious. We try a couple more days, still no Kanaya. Wow. Early in that young teen love, it'd really be like that. Teenage love is just something different. That's what's going on here. You zap again. Now you're a week out, and the brown edges on some of these, the leaves suggest that Kanaya has been at her new girlfriend's house this entire time. You're about to give up when you hear the door slam downstairs. Oh no. That was at least a fun week, hopefully. Kanaya storms up the winding staircase, stopping dead when she sees you. No. The glove. No. Not like this. Oh, great. Just what I need. Someone I don't know here in a delicate emotional time to witness my comprised state. Whenever I am on the precipice of romantic disaster, I always think to myself, I wish a deformed stranger was in my house refusing to leave. Bad end. But it's about the journey. Just to bear witness to my inelegant suffering. Okay, wow, that was harsh. You're beginning to think your strategy is not going to pan out. Never one to be deterred easily, you cautiously ask her if she wants to talk about it. She puts her face in her hands. Oh. You know what? You are probably the only person who thought this was remotely a good idea. And therefore probably the only person I can complain to. Okay. Everyone else saw this coming, I'm sure. As outcomes go, this one was not particularly stealthy. When she looks up, she doesn't look angry anymore, just upset. Oh no. Oh, fuck. I do not know why I thought in becoming my mate spirit, she would somehow start acting differently than the way she always has. Oh, okay. So that's not like a bad ending in per se right here. Actually, this is like this could be Kanaya's best ending, best point to be at, right? Quick, young, relationship ends in this way instead of having that weird it's not limerence. She doesn't have, it's not limerence, right? Limerence is when you think it's reciprocal on both sides, right? So it is just one way. Or does limerence just mean one way? Something. Relationships are hard. Oh wait, did I read that? Oh yeah. Relationships are hard. Relationships are hard and nobody understands. Well, no. I mean, they are a very common form of social interaction. I think most people, especially past the age when their genetic contribution is legally required, understand or face certain culling. Okay, never mind that. You were trying to do a thing and it clearly didn't work. So things didn't work out with Vriska? You could say that. At first, it was everything I wanted. There we go. She's right, She can be nice sometimes. But then she just started ordering me around. Like I had to do what she said just because I was her mate spirit. Like maybe the reason she agreed in the first place was because she wanted that leverage. She's upset, but she isn't getting visibly emotional. Instead, as she talks, her eyes narrow and her voice grows icy with anger. She grows very still, her muscles held taut. And she kept trying to use me to get back in with our friends who sensibly dropped her already. Oh no. She's, oh my god. Did Vriska somehow get in contact with Terezi Tavros or something? Karkat and Terezi. One out of two. Although I can't believe I still have any cash with them after so obviously taking leave of my senses enough to date her. Even Terezi wasn't stupid enough for that. It felt like she just wanted me to like her so she could exploit me. Maybe because she doesn't have enough other friends. So she had to get the most out of me. Her voice is trembling with anger now. Jeez, that's rough. Honestly, it sounds to you like Kanaya dodged a bullet. When you first saw that Kanaya had a crush on this girl, you kind of assumed that someone as composed and rational as Kanaya would be drawn to someone who would compliment her well, but you would have just watched her walk into a train wreck. Her voice is trembling with anger now. She had to get the most of me. Her voice is trembling with anger now. I went back on accident. Well, encouraged her to. It's probably good she broke. How did it go back twice like that? My mouse broken? I hope not. I like this mouse. It's probably good she broke up with Vriska. I didn't. Oh. Well. But you're right. Oh. Oh, fuck, he's breaking that shit. She stalks, okay. She stalks over her husk top and throws the top open so violently it nearly breaks. She opens the window and starts typing. Her claws hit the keys so hard that one of them pops off and flies to the ground. Oh my god. Wow, we're getting like a whole like story here. Like actual full like romance, like storyline, like start to finish, I guess. You know, Vriska, I didn't want to date you. I wanted you to feel the same things I felt and treat me like a mate spirit. Damn, that's pretty. I like that. And whatever this is, it isn't what I wanted. Oh my god. No. Excuse me. What are you saying? Yep. Okay. Damn. But Kanaya slams the screen down and turns away. Then she puts her hands over her face again and bursts into tears. You can't help but feel a little awkward. There? Kanaya glares at you. You know, this is your fault, right? Ooh. I do not think you have shown yourself to be competent enough in this area to try to fix things now. Can you please leave me alone? Yeah, you're not gonna be able to turn this around. Leaving probably is the best thing you can do for Kanaya now. You nod steadily and zap the fuck out of there. Damn. No. Doomed Kanaya to like one of the like probably worst feelings for a young lad. Damn. This is truly actually like a pretty bad ending. I'm like I'm a little distraught here. Well, there's still a thing, I guess, so you never know. Here we go. So, this is where things are good. It was good here. We just like pretend this is where that ended at. Okay, let's load. Do not spy on it, the communications. No, even if you don't get caught, it's just not a good way to begin a friendship. Much fairer to start on even footing. Besides, you already have an in. You asked the troll how she knows Karkat. She looks bored by this conversation starter. Sorry, but I was actually kind of busy when you came in. I am not going to consign you to fiery death outside in the light, but I would appreciate some personal time. Sure, you say, of course. The troll gives you a suspicious look until you turn away enough that she can be assured of privacy. She goes right back to chatting with her friends. After a while, she gets up and starts working on a dress she's sewing. She keeps getting frustrated, ripping it out and redoing it to get it perfect. She's not being rude to you, but she's ignoring you. You attempt to engage a few more times, and she keeps answering politely, but she just refuses to be pulled into shenanigans from which a lasting friendship could form. After several hours, the sun slips below the horizon and leaves the world in twilight. The troll girl yawns. Oh my god, Twilight! She's a Twilight vampire. Oh my god. Now it's time to go get killed by undead, or whatever they were. Well, it should be safe for you to leave now. Goodbye. She nicely but firmly directs you out the door. Polite goodbye. Shoo, shoo. Ah. Okay. Now it's time for the good ending. We back off. No reason, you say, just curious. Kanaya gives you a suspicious look. Okay. Well, I'm kind of in the middle of something. You can just while away... Oh, you can just while away the time until it gets dark. Sure. You watch her for a few minutes as she finishes up her conversation, and then starts working on things around her room. But having seen what you've seen, you are determined to find some way to help her. If you can't fix her interpersonal problems, maybe you can figure out something else she'd enjoy. Filled with investigative spirits, you start to gather evidence. Snoop. You start to snoop. Spying got you this far. Spying is great. You rifle through Kanaya's bookshelf. She has a number of sewing pattern books, which you assume must have some kind of whimsically gruesome twist congruent with the rest of the world building on this planet. But this pretty much just looks like sewing pattern books. There is one thing on the shelf in your own language. It's not a book, but a stack of printed pages bound together in a distinctly homemade way. It says Suburb Beta Walkthrough at the top, and it is covered with familiar, erudite prose. You're pretty sure the events described in this document never happened in the timeline you're currently making. But maybe whatever source Kanaya got this from is not bound strictly to one timeline. There are a number of books featuring shining white figures, mostly women, with prominent fangs and variously colored blood dripping from their cruel and elegant mouths. They are all dressed in an explosion of brightly colored fabrics. Something about their sparkles strike you as deeply, strangely familiar. You must just be thinking of vampires. There's no reason you would know anything about whatever the rainbow blood imbibing troll equivalent is. Most of these covers feature a swooning troll of varying genders, clearly about to have their throat torn out sexually. Many of the rainbow vampires are being menaced by brave heroes, all wielding chainsaws. A loud buzz makes you look up. You can't help but notice that Kanaya is tending to her topiaries with a large chainsaw of her own. Okay. You're putting this all together. Oh. The bright colors around her house, the choice of weapon, the love of sunlight. Kanaya's heart's desire is clearly to date a sexy vampire. Maybe that's what AJ is. You wonder if you could make this happen for her. Maybe on this planet, it's not just a fantasy. You clear your throat to get Kanaya's attention, and then casually wonder aloud if Alternia has any kind of non-living creatures. Oh, you mean the undead? Yes, the undead. Where might one find the undead? It is not difficult. They trump past my hive in their hordes every day, slaving and so on, trying to get in sometimes. It's all coming together. That must be the root of Kanaya's fascination. You start to form a plan. For the next few hours, you keep a keen eye trained on the window. Sure enough, within an hour, a group of strange, shambling creatures lurches into view. You yell and point out the window, drawing Kanaya's attention, and then zap yourself out there in front of the horde. Oh. Now that you're close up, you can see that these guys are not exactly the debonair creatures of the night from Kanaya's book covers. They're more like zombies. Big, slow, stumbling things, half of them falling apart. Still, needs must. You are going to net one of them for Kanaya. You stand your ground as they lurch toward you, trying to select the most alluring. Suddenly, Kanaya is at your side, out of breath from running. She's wielding her chainsaw. Oh. Are you actually bereft of sense? You don't fight the undead. This is suicidal. You weren't trying to fight them, but there's no time to explain that because they attack you anyway. A great monstrous arm backhands you to the ground, and monster claws tear through your gown and into your shoulder, lifting you by it. The creature opens a mouthful of more teeth than you thought could fit inside there. Then you're falling. You hit the ground and roll, dirt grinding into the wounds on your arm. Oh shit. God, Kanaya is so cool. The top half of the creature lands next to you. Twitching slightly, Kanaya's chainsaw gleams with its black blood. She twirls and bisects another undead thing, but then a third bear hugs her from behind and lifts her, its maw opening wide. You scramble to your feet and throw yourself at Kanaya, grabbing her kicking leg and squeezing your eyes shut to concentrate. You zap. Please don't let the monster come with you. So are we going to Rose's place then? Is that the play here? No, we're back up here. Okay. You open your eyes. The monster did not come with you. Only its arms did. Kanaya shakes herself a little, free from their disembodied embrace. Blood pools on her carpet. She does something to get rid of her chainsaw, and suddenly she's holding a tube of lipstick, which she opens. She slicks a fresh coat of black onto her lips. You slowly catch your breath. You're about to offer an apology, but something makes you pause. Kanaya is staring at the pools of blood. She cautiously, guiltily, leans down and swipes a finger in the mess. Then she brings it to her mouth and delicately licks. Oh, we're gonna get the blah scene or something, the blah. Oh, blah. We do get the blah. Blah. It looks weird because it's not as exaggerated as I would have anticipated. I was expecting to go slightly more simplified and like a different. Oh, because it's cartoony. It's still a cartoony game, but I guess more rough way maybe. I don't know how to describe it. She makes a face and spits the blood out. Then she looks up at you, flushing emerald with embarrassment. Oh, you think you made a mistake. Kanaya doesn't want to date a vampire. She wants to be a vampire. Pretend you did not see that. You smile cautiously. It's okay, you tell her. You embarrassed yourself by your foolish actions. Yes. Why did you do that? Also, how did you teleport? We will be coming back to that one. Do not mistake me. But I can't understand why anyone would run straight into a horde of undead. You look down. Well, it's just that when she said undead, you were picturing something else. Another kind of creature that was dead, and now isn't, and is a little more appealing? Understanding dawns. Oh, I see. Well, that's understandable. Vampires are just so cool. They're so cool and hot, and it would make sense for anyone to want to be one. Yes, yes. And also be with one. Yes, yes. I don't know what a vampire is. Yeah, I really want to read that, I don't know if it was I'm pretty sure it's real, but the Twilight written, gender reversed. That's a thing, right? I think that is. I want to check that out. was on my list when I was younger because I knew a few people who really like Twilight, which I mean, it's not hard to know people who like Twilight. Twilight was a cultural phenomenon. My sister read all the books. I think someone I was dating at a time read all the books, or maybe at least the first book. I know my sister read all the books. I think I have all the books. Actually, where I live, I have her old book collection partially. I have a bunch of old books. Damn, Twilight's an old book. I didn't like saying that. I feel. But I believe that we are on the same page. Maybe I misjudged you. Perhaps you have greater intelligence and finer taste than I originally inferred. Oh shit. Then this is where I like. Oh shit. Maybe, you say. And you bet anyone with taste would find Kanaya's daring, unconventional aesthetic intriguing. Even someone like the tentacle therapist. Oh. Kanaya freezes. Oh. Ooh. How do you know? Did you just... I mean, who is that? Oh. I mean, Oh, she's like freaking out. She clears her throat uncomfortably. Whoever that is, I hope you are right. And also, well... She looks embarrassed again. Thank you for saying so. You nod, wondering if you should say more, but you should keep the friend's secrets. Just like you are going to keep Kanaya's vampire fantasy secret, because that's what friends do. Bonded for life. This is like... There's an immense amount of awkwardness here. I can feel it. It's a good use in how they draw these characters, because these endings, they always have like a uncanny feeling. So when you draw two people be like one person like an awkward and embarrassing state, I guess the other one too, right? It just makes it feel much more in line with the style. Boom. That was the endings. That was it. Expedited. I can't read shipping. You brought Karkat to meet some friends. Nepeta would be proud. Nepeta would be like disappointed we didn't bring Karkat to her. Huh. You assured... Oh, tentacle therapy. You assured Kanaya that liking Dracula is really cool. Because it is cool. That's normal. That is actually just 100% normal. Okay. Do I? No, I can't. Okay. I will do that though. Zoom us out. We are at hour 53. About 8:30. So I guess I do have to like mention my what's going on this week at work somewhat. I will probably be busy this entire week. I probably won't be able to stream on Wednesday. Maybe I can do Tuesday, so maybe I do continue Pesterquest on Tuesday. I will be busy. I'll be extremely busy this entire week. This entire week for me is work. It's kind of it's the, I want to say, one of the 3 times a year where my job gets very busy. And it's, yeah. And I'm going to be probably working 8 a.m. to probably like 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. quite a bit this week, I feel. It's always ends up like this. I have to put up a stage and things. Which I don't know why. I don't really understand why it's I am truly part of like the stage building part. Like I know why. I know why I am part of the putting up the stage for this thing I'm doing. But you don't, it's weird when you sign up for a job and then you end up doing things you would never expected. I never expected to be doing things like that. So I'll be really busy this week. So things will have to wait. At least some things. I don't think I can continue. I continue this. But the week after that, I get the entire week off. I heard there's a chance of that. Like basically guaranteed, but I don't know if it's like officially like written in and we're getting that week off. So if I do get this, not this week, but the following week off, I may just like waste my time and just stream every day to catch up and just blaze through some things. Maybe an Undertale stream for the following week. That is a much better that is quite an easy possibility, I think. Yeah. Probably do some different since I have a week off, which is really surprising. I didn't think that would happen. And then I think my schedule for the next couple months is pretty much this for a month. I guess it's the same, pretty simple. June I'm doing nothing, but July I am going to be busy for 1 week. 1 week in July I will be busy. I am checking out something kind of cool, but yeah. What is this? That's a good image. Yeah. I was sent a stupid image. God, I really like Kanaya. I wish I showed more of appreciation for Kanaya while I was reading Homestuck. It's just during points and bits, it just felt like she got overshadowed by a lot of the cast. Not as much as other people though, right? I mean, because what the fuck does Solix do that would be entertaining? I'm trying to be a Solix hater, but he doesn't do anything to make me hate the guy. He's just irrelevant in my mind, so it's hard to be a hater when he's just so much of a like I just don't care. It sucks, man. A younger me could hold up a hating facade. Current me, it's a bit draining these days. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to throw her under the bus, but why was she there at the Condens fight? Because she's cool vampire girl with the fucking chainsaw lipstick. Crustacean and Darling Kanaya. Okay. I'd like Aradia a lot more if she didn't beat the fuck out of my one of my favorite characters who admittedly deserved everything she got and probably some more. Damn. Vriska. I like the setup. I like the bad endings relationship with Kanaya and Vriska in Pesterquest. That's good. I like that. It's a specific type of relationship I like to see in in manga I read, I guess. Because it kind of brings out certain things. It kind of has like melancholy kind of like feeling when you're reading certain things like that. Because there's a few ways to deal with it. Already has one of the better routes. IMO. I'll see that. I'll see. I assume like a lot of the characters who don't have as much in the actual story would get more in here a bit. Because I feel like you can probably just do more without really caring as much as of I guess with mischaracterization. Because like who the fuck cares for certain people, like outside of like I guess fanon, right? How people interpret how characters act and not how they actually act in the story. Because I've been seeing more like Homestuck posts and stuff, and people mention characters doing certain things, saying, "Whoa, they would never do this. They would never say this," and it's like they literally did this. So it's either, well, I don't know. I mean, admittedly, right? Like everyone kind of just does that when you like a character. You kind of just like slide certain things away because they don't really fit with the image you're trying to curate of what you enjoy. Are the Wolves playing tonight? Oh. Fuck, are they? They are playing tonight. Oh, we're down. Oh my god, we're down. It is third quarter though. Okay. Yeah. So Tuesday I'll probably plan on continuing Pesterquest. And so that's 2 days and we'll be Gamzee. Your local worker. Befriend Gamzee. Weird. Oh. That's kind of cool. So like they like flipped a little bit there. Friend radio. Huh. Sorry, I'm just reading these like kind of fun things. Oh, we do meet Ultimate Dirk in this. Actually, I'll zoom in again real quick. So, like, I'm looking at this. I assume we meet Dirk here. Like, Ultimate Dirk, right? We meet them and then we go into this. So it's just like, who would we meet? Ultimate Dirk. Savior of the waking world, discover the true ending. Who could we meet? No quitters here. The note desolation plays. Is this like Rosebud or something? Probably it'd be the Striders, right? Why else would you meet anyone else? Probably Striders. John? Striders and John? That seems wrong though. Damn, spoiling yourself. I'm like looking at this, right? Because like reading this, director's cut sliced through reality with a fucking heart symbol. I mean, this has to be that. Oh, that's kind of cool though. That's kind of cool. That one's not like that one's not in a question mark. So is that actually on the Steam page too? I like open up Steam real quick. That, oh, it's not in the Steam page, I guess. On the store page. I thought it would be on the store page. I guess it would be in the DLC page. I guess I don't know how to, I don't. Ow, that hurt. How do you like look at? I guess it wouldn't be a DLC. It would be How would you look at it? The 14 volumes. That's so weird. Yeah, I'm sorry. That hurt me. And I'm sorry for the people here. Oh, dude's my boy. God. I wish Tabros was a little cooler. Just like a tad cooler. I really know how to check through Steam page. Yeah. Steam? I don't know how to use Steam. It's weird. It probably all makes sense once you actually know the system, I guess. People always praise Steam for stuff, though. Wanting a page to be cool. The worst thing about Tavros, and I mentioned this like every time I feel like I talk about Tavros, is what they do with Tavros when he's dead is the worst thing. I really hated it. I really hate dead Tavros. I wish we never met dead Tavros, even though if we never met dead Tavros, we wouldn't have gotten oh wait, actually I gotta go to the settings real quick. Turn that off, reload application, and that doesn't work, and I gotta close it. Map adventure. Where's the page where Tavros is doing his thing? Tavros doing his thing. Probably. I liked him in the final. I liked his final suck it against Vriska. I liked it when he. I think Tavros at his best was when he died, right? It was in that one flash where he died. That's where Tavros has his best, next to Dave Petta. I think I clicked it already. No, it wasn't this one. Was it this one? Oh, it was this one. Yeah. See, like, if we didn't see him dead here, we wouldn't have gotten this, I guess. But even here, I'm too like Vriska pilled, I guess, and I'm more looking at Vriska than I am Tavros. Without Tavros Nitram, we wouldn't get the absolute visionary that is Tavros version 2, aka Tavros Crocker. I guess. Oh god, I hate Dave Petta. But I love Jasper Sprite. I love this one. This brings feelings of joy. Feelings of joy? Oh wait, actually. Oh shit. I didn't mean to do it like that. So, feelings of joy? Not so much. Not so much feelings of joy. Feelings of joy? No. God, I love that blank stare. You did test Jasper Sprite? Oh my god. I like Dave Sprite doing the role-playing thing and then doing the haha JK unless thing 100% seriously. God. Perfection, actually. The squared sprites exist for sure. I really do gotta reread Homestuck. I like go back to like page and pages, but they're the same. They're the same like set of sections I go to. So I don't further anything. I just indulge in fucking the sweetness, the sweets, man. I love it. Okay. Why do the sprite squared get legs again? I don't think there's a reason unless it was mentioned in AMA or something. I don't even think in AMA you really really matters to answer a question. It's probably just there to help differentiate them. To make them go, oh wow, you're different. But that's like a lame answer. That's a lame ass answer I just gave. But what? Okay. I think I end here now. I need to cook food at 9 p.m. Did I eat today? I did. I remember. Maybe I don't then. Yeah. Eating at 9 p.m. is lame anyways, but 'tis the end of the stream now. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Oh well. Okay. Oh, 'tis the end. I will be back Tuesday. Maybe I do a random thing tomorrow, but that'd just be me having a goofy fun ball time. But I'll probably miss Wednesday stream for sure this week. I'm not sure about Friday. I'll try to be back on Friday. Depends on how things go and how exhausted I am moving things. But yeah. For realsies though. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here while I almost, I guess, fawned over the Kanaya Vriska relationship and the endless possibilities of what could go on in that new teenage drama. And yeah, bye.